Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
A wild scene from Pasco late this afternoon after police do a pit maneuver. What we know so far. Plus, Washington lawmakers are considering requiring insurance companies to foot the bill for infertility treatments. Albert James is going in depth for us. Also,
there's a number of items. There's knitted items, crocheted items, felted items, scarves.
The Desert Fiber Arts Guild is celebrating the end of its 50th anniversary year. Our Riley Fitzgerald will show us how you can celebrate.
And Stacy is here.
Hope you enjoyed those warm temperatures and sunshine today. Your weekend forecast is coming up, but the news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Hi, everyone, and welcome in. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is Friday, January 24th. Thank you for joining us. We start tonight with the end of this police chase through the streets of Pasco this afternoon. You have to see this. It all started after 2 o'clock. Officers began chasing the driver on Court Street, and it spilled onto other streets as well.
Yeah, the chase didn't last long, just a few minutes, but it finally ended in a pit maneuver back on Court Street. The driver was arrested, but there is no word yet if anyone was hurt. Stay with us on air and online for updates. The Benton County Sheriff's Office announcing an arrest has been made in the robbing of a sandwich shop in Benton City. 41-year-old Daryl Price has now been arrested on suspicion of robbery in the first degree. This past Sunday, just after 5 p.m., a man police believe to be Price walked into the Subway restaurant on 9th Street and stole money from the register. They say that the man had a gun hidden in his sweatshirt and then ran out of the store. Deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office got to the restaurant and called for a canine unit to respond. However, the suspected armed robber was not found. Detectives and members of the proactive team say they have evidence that leads them to name Price as the man who robbed the Subway. Price, at last check, is in the Benton County Jail.
The search for a local missing person leads to the arrest of murder suspects. Last May, authorities started looking for Kennewick resident Anibal Areola after his family reported him missing. Tonight, we are learning officials just made arrests in the case. Detectives now believe Areola was murdered at a home in Pasco. They identified 3 suspects, 48-year-old Javier Santana of Kennewick and 41-year-old Jason Bennett of College Place. They are booked in the Franklin County Jail for murder. The third suspect, 47-year-old Kimberly Salas, formerly of Pasco, was already in custody in Montana for an unrelated case. She will also be charged in connection with this crime. Authorities are still searching for Areola's body. If you know anything, call police.
Now to an update on the human remains found during street construction in the city of Walla Walla. They were discovered near the intersection of Fern Avenue and Whitman Street in December. The remains were determined to be of Native American origin, so this designates the site as an archaeological area. The city stopped all construction in that spot and are consulting with tribal leaders to determine how best to proceed. Stay with us for updates in this case as well.
National Institutes of Health data shows around 10% of men and women experience fertility problems. Fertility treatments can cost tens of thousands of dollars.
But Washington lawmakers are now considering requiring insurance companies to foot the bill. Albert James shows us why supporters say it is needed to help families and how much that could cost you.
There's nothing more personal than the choice to build a family, and not everyone gets to do that without the help of a little medical intervention.
Senate Bill 5121 would require all group health plans to cover fertility preservation services like freezing eggs and sperm starting in 2026. In 2027, group plans would have to cover the diagnosis and treatment of infertility, whether that be medications or procedures like in vitro fertilization. Medicaid would only have to cover fertility preservation services. Democratic sponsor Noelle Frame of Seattle says she and her husband needed fertility treatments, but held off on the costly treatments until her husband got a new job.
You shouldn't have to work for one of the largest corporations in the world to have the privilege of getting to build a family.
We have not been able to go through IVF yet.
Is that because of the cost?
Absolutely.
Maranatha Hay of Grace Harbor and her partner testified about their struggles in starting a family. She says an ectopic pregnancy made her no longer able to have children without IVF. While other states have required some sort of fertility coverage, she's worried change is coming to Washington too late, if not at all.
Grains of sand are like slipping out of this hourglass. Every night I think about it. I think that it's one more day past the point that we're going to be able to have a family. And that's the reality.
Opponents of the bill raised moral concerns around the embryos discarded during IVF processes, while insurance companies say mandating fertility treatments could increase coverage costs for everyone.
This proposal for us is projected with a 1.4% premium increase, which is a $7.68 per member per month cost impact for the first year. The primary driver of this higher cost is the increased likelihood of high-risk maternity and newborn care associated with fertility services.
Hay and her partner say they pay insurance for things resulting from lifestyle and choices like treatments for smoking, so why must they pay out of pocket for a condition they didn't choose?
What's more tragic about this is that I am missing out on such an important piece of what it means to be a human being. I will never know what it means to be a mother.
Companion legislation in the House passed out of committee, but with small group health plans excluded from the requirements. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
All right, well, the weekend is right around the corner, so let's see how our weather is shaping up.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm excited. It was such a beautiful day today. Hopefully it can continue. Let's check in with Stacy.
That's right. I ordered up those warmer temperatures for you guys today, but don't hold on to that because we're going to have a long stretch of very chilly temperatures, especially at night. 36 degrees on our Bi-Mart sky cam. Checking out Yakima. We see an airplane in the sky. Austin, it's an airplane. Our feels like temp 31 and our winds are light at 6 miles per hour. So things are looking good outside. Temperatures are starting to cool down and we're going to see those temperatures much cooler than they were last night. In fact, look at Battle Mountain, Pendleton, Walla Walla, all below freezing already this evening, and we'll start to see those cooler temps in the Yakima Valley. Now, we do have some air quality alerts, air stagnation advisory in place for the majority of our region, and that's going to be impactful through Monday, where we could have some poor air quality. We're already seeing moderate air quality in the places there in yellow. So if you have lung problems or are sensitive to that, make sure you pay attention this weekend. Clear and cold, temperatures teens and 20s tonight. And to recap it all, clear and cold, just like I said, air stagnation advisory through Monday, dry through midweek. And when are we going to see some rain or snow? I'll give you all the details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, thank you for that, Stacey. The Superintendent of Public Instruction providing some clarity to districts this week on how they should go about any attempts to enforce immigration laws in schools. State Superintendent Chris Reichdahl says legal challenges are possible if the federal government uses schools to arrest undocumented immigrants. In a 13-page document put out by OSPI, Reichdahl reiterated that schools must provide an education to all students under the state constitution. Districts aren't allowed to offer up private student data to federal immigration authorities, and any attempts to use a school for immigration enforcement must go through proper legal challenges. Now, on Tuesday, the Trump administration lifted long-standing restraints on immigration enforcement at sensitive places like schools and churches. While schools haven't been used yet, Reichdahl says that districts needed guidance on how to proceed. And
it seems that we're having a bit of trouble hearing from him, but I can tell you this. According to OSPI data, 2% of our state's public school students, around 21,600 children, are migrants. Reichdahl believes attempts to use schools for immigration enforcement or federal dollars being withheld because they won't cooperate could possibly be challenged in Washington or another state.
Other news tonight, the Desert Fiber Arts Guild is celebrating the end of its 50th anniversary year. With this, the DFA's Allied Arts exhibition is happening at the Gallery at the Park in Richland right now.
Yes, Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald says the Guild has a special emphasis on sustainability as they look back at their 50-year history.
Each month at the gallery at the park in Richland, featured artists are spotlighted. Every other January, the Desert Fiber Arts Guild takes up residence in the Parkside Gallery.
Desert Fiber Arts is celebrating the end of our 50th anniversary year, and so we have a couple of different displays.
One specific display which the Guild has put an emphasis on is eco-friendly, handcrafted items and yarns. Guild member Betsy Dickinson says she created a woven scarf out of an old cashmere sweater that had a hole.
So I deconstructed the sweater, which took forever, and I can't tell you how many hours, and it was very frustrating, but then the yarn is beautiful, and I made this scarf.
Guild member Susan Schmiemann has a similar story.
In fact, this was a table runner that I wove, and it didn't sell as a table runner, so I decided to make an apron out of it, and so that's the way that came about.
Schmiemann says fiber arts hold up pretty well over time.
This is a top that I have had. I think I bought it in Wisconsin, a Wisconsin weaver 40 years ago, and it's still here, you know, and it's still the fibers, it's wool, and the colors and the fibers I think are kind of classic, really, you know.
Clothing is one of the worst pollutants in the whole world right now with the fast fashion, so we're the kinds of things that we make last a long time. If you look at our 50th anniversary table, there's things on that table that have been in people's closets for over 50 years.
The Guild members say quality, slow fashion, as opposed to fast fashion, is a better investment for your money.
It may cost you a little more, but it's going to last longer. It's going to be one of a kind, and this is something that the Desert Fiber Arts, the Guild, has to offer to the community.
The biennial exhibition is open until January 31st.
And it's great to have an opportunity like this for others to see, you know, what talent is here in the Tri-Cities.
In Richland, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
I like that little guy at the end.
Yeah, very
That was
cute.
pretty cute. Well, you can take a look at the talents of the Guild's fiber artists now at the Allied Arts Association's gallery at the park.
All right, Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, just getting started, still ahead. Happening this weekend in Yakima, it is the RV show, what you need to know this year around.
Plus, Stacy is coming back with your full forecast.
And,
go ahead.
Oh no, sorry about that. Before we head to break, it is the all-new Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app for your phone and tablet. Customize forecasts, save favorite cities, see sky cams and traffic cams, get school closures, road conditions, and Radar Plus set up push alerts.
Download our new app right now by simply typing Apple Valley News Now weather. It's free in the App Store and Google Play.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters and every path leads to new possibilities. Get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners and lessees get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you purchase. See your community Chevy dealers.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is celebrating 3 decades of fun. We're starting our 30th year giving away over $30,000 in cash and prizes. Join the fun starting in January and win up to $500 cash every 15 minutes. You could be one of 5 lucky winners to take home the $1995 cash grand prize. The celebration continues with over $30,000 again in February. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
Magical moments, snowy adventures, warming up, making memories, a winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
I'm a real wild one.
Life is wild. There's work to be done, adventure around every corner, and a truck that handles it all. The new 2024 Ford F-150 Wild Edition. It's rugged, loaded with tech, and built to go wild. Get a wild deal on an F-150 today. Lease a 24 F-150 STX 4x4 Wild Edition for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Kennewick. One weekend only, Benton County Fairgrounds. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age, featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground and a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. February 1st and 2nd, Benton County Fairgrounds. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
New year, new glow. Start 2025 with radiant, tighter skin. This January, enjoy 25% off on our most loved treatments, Photo Fabulous and Smooth Glow. Photo Fabulous revitalizes your skin with the ultimate IPL and skin resurfacing combo for a smoother, brighter complexion. Smooth Glow not only rejuvenates your skin and reduces fine lines, but it also tightens and lifts for a youthful, glowing look. Hurry! This exclusive offer is only valid through January 31st. Book your session now and make 2025 the year of glowing, confident skin.
Just in time for Valentine's Day, it's the Apple Valley News Now Love and Bloom Ultimate Collection giveaway, where one winner gets this awesome love collection. Enter each day on the contest page at applevalleynewsnow.com. Thank you to these love-minded sponsors.
A midday hockey showdown on MeTV, Kraken Penguins, Saturday at 12:30.
The News at 6 continues with community events happening this weekend. State Fair Park is hosting the National RV Show. Renovations were made to the RV park as it now has 168 spaces with access to 50 amp power, water, and a sewer system. The renovations are to target the RV market and bring new visitors as well as revenue to the Yakima Valley. The RV Show is open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. today through Monday, so you still have a little bit of time tonight. There is free parking and admission.
A partnership between Three Rivers Community Foundation and donors is providing 9 different scholarships to students this year. The scholarship applications are now open. The scholarships help students pursuing a variety of different careers, from business, accounting, or science and technology. This year, the foundation is introducing a new type of scholarship that not only students from the usual Benton and Franklin counties will benefit from.
Our newest Thomas E. Jones Scholarship Fund for Science and Engineering, and that family had a connection to both Pasco and Sunnyside communities, and so we wanted to extend that so that we were meeting the wishes of our donor, and it made sense for the memory of Thomas Jones that they were honoring. So in that case, we were able to use some flexibility and make sure that we were meeting the needs of the donor and incorporating those students in that particular case.
The deadline to apply for any of the scholarships is April 30th.
And the United Way of Benton and Franklin counties is getting 2 grants.
It is to improve the educational, health, and social outcomes for youth in the community. The grants total $41,000, and they will be administered throughout 2025. The goal is a community where all children have the opportunity to learn and thrive. The first grant is $36,000 from the CLA Foundation to enable those chronically absent middle schoolers to connect with mentors through Attendance Matters.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's get into that forecast for the weekend. Yakima Federal Skycam in Kennewick looking down on Edison. Traffic moving along tonight. Clear skies. A little bit chilly, though. We're down to 33 degrees right now. Dew point at 23, so we'll have some moisture on the ground in the morning. Our feels like temp is 30, and our sunset was at 4:50. You'll start seeing those temperatures drop down into the teens and 20s overnight. Here's where we were early this morning. Temperatures much warmer than they were. In fact, some of our overnight lows before midnight were cooler, and we actually warmed up as we got closer to those early morning hours. So that is going to change as we are tracking the cold. Friday, again, that cold air continues to blanket down in our region as well as the upper portion of the country. Finally, a little break for the Southerners from Dallas all the way over to Florida. They have to melt that snow that they accumulated there over the last couple of days, and the cool air continues across the Midwest and the Columbia Basin area down from Canada. Tonight, clear and cold. We're going to see teens and 20s around the area. Be advised if you're heading up into the mountain area, it's going to be very chilly there, Add the wind chill factor, it's going to feel like below 0 temps. So very, very cold at night as we head through the weekend. Where is the snow for the skiers? Well, it's from Lake Tahoe all the way into Salt Lake City, all of those great ski resorts in Utah, off into Denver and Colorado area. Plus, we finally see some rain developing here for Southern California. Much needed rain. As you know, they haven't seen rain for 8+ months. And with all the wildfires, they really need to see this. The only problem is we could see some mudslides because of the burn scars in the region. So again, much needed rain. So we'll keep an eye on Southern California all over the weekend. Tomorrow it's going to be bright and cold again. Look for sunshine, dry conditions through the area, temperatures down in the 30s. And speaking of dry and cool, we have a bit of an inversion setting up. You could see a little haze in the air. It won't really be fog. It could be poor air quality as there is an air stagnation advisory in place. If you're hitting the road this weekend, Seattle's looking nice. Look at that sunshine on the cool side, but very, very pretty. I love it when the sun's out in Seattle. If you're heading to the Portland area, a little bit warmer there. Should be gorgeous out on the Oregon coast. And if you're heading up north to the Spokane area, grab your coat. It's going to be a little on the chilly side, especially at night with temperatures down in the teens. Here's the clear skies as we move through the week. Burr, though, look at those overnight lows, teens and 20s. First chance for precip, well, we're looking towards late next week. And the National Weather Service just released their predictions for the month of February. It looks like the La Nina is on. We're talking colder and wetter weather coming into into February. Here's what it looks like through Ellensburg. Look at that, some mixed precip we're already looking at, a little bit far out for Friday, but we should see some storm systems start to move through late next week. So enjoy the rest of the sunshine as we're going to have those cool temperatures. All right, here's what it looks like on Hermiston for tomorrow. So good news, guys, is we have pretty good weather headed our way, and it's just going to be cold. So, and then get ready for winter weather. It's coming.
I guess I was trying to take your job for a second.
Why were you walking through the weather center?
He needed a little more FaceTime.
It's Friday.
A little cameo.
That goes on the blooper reel.
Oh, here, Austin.
There you go.
No.
All right, just saying.
I'm scared now.
It happens. You just want to be a part of the forecast, right?
I did.
Keep things interesting. It's all good.
Stacy, still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 6. We are talking about this. What is a food pharmacy?
We'll tell you when we come back.
Here comes the 31st annual Tri-City Sportsman Show, January 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Come see Masai, the famous African lion. Check out the hourly hunting and fishing seminars. Kids can fish at Lunker Lake. See the trophies of the Northwest Big Game Display. 2 buildings full of exhibitors, boats, RVs, pickups, ATVs, and more. It's the Tri-City Sportsman Show, January 24th through 26th in Pasco. Don't miss it.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, a round of pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
Find your next way to escape. Go where the adventure awaits you in the heart of Washington State. Kittitas County is a land of 1,000 journeys. No matter what your heart desires, you can find it waiting for you in the outdoors of Central Washington. See all that you can see, and more will be just around the corner. Whether you're in Central Washington for one of our area's many local events, an historical expedition, a shopping spree, to enjoy a weekend of wine tasting, or just for a night's rest on your way to another destination, there are great Central Washington stays standing by to welcome you. And all that adventuring is bound to leave you hungry. Not a problem in Central Washington. From mom and pop cafes to historic buildings turned into fine dining establishments, we've got you covered. Whether you're dining downtown or enjoying a picturesque river view, you'll find something for everyone in the crew. To begin your experience, visit CentralWashingtonOutdoor.com. It's all just around the corner in Central Washington.
With a new CRV from McCurley Honda in Richland, your way home is ready for every Tri-Cities adventure. And yes, it's packed with cup holders. From Costco runs to weekend escapes in the Great Northwest, the Honda CRV has the space, style, and smarts to handle it all. With available all-wheel drive and impressive fuel efficiency, it's the perfect fit for life here at home. Drive home today in a new Honda CRV and get 1.9% financing. McCurley Honda, your way home.
February is American Heart Month. Join us in Going Red for Women Friday, February 7th at Desert Wind Winery in Prosser for a heart-healthy luncheon with guest speaker, Prosser Memorial Health cardiologist, Dr. Karan Bhatti. Tickets are just $50 each and available online now at prosserhealth.foundation or by calling 509-786-6607. Event proceeds benefit the Prosser Memorial Health Foundation.
Welcome back, everybody. Hospitals around the country are expanding programs to bridge the gap between good food and good health with a food pharmacy.
Yes, reporter Michael Yoshida shows us how one hospital is teaming up with a food bank in hopes of solving the problem by making one-stop shops for addressing health needs of patients.
This warehouse center in Northeast D.C. is more than just a distribution center for food. It's also a waypoint for medicine.
We see a deep connection between good food and good health.
The Capital Area Food Bank works in partnership with Children's National Hospital to provide critical nutrition for those most in need.
We've got some pinto beans here, and for beans, there's always preferences.
Filling food prescriptions given to patients by their doctors and dietitians.
We saw it as a perfect fit for the work that we're doing, and we see in our region that those who are food insecure suffer from diet-related illnesses at twice the rate as those who are food secure.
Food is medicine.
Dietitians Sarah Roberts and Emily Frymark, along with Dr. Sheeta Majidi, help run the food pharmacy program at Children's Diabetes Clinic.
They're coming here, for example, for a diabetes visit, but they have food insecurity. It is going to be harder for them to manage their diabetes if they are hungry, if they are starving, if they're trying to put food on the table.
We have our canned vegetables.
The food pharmacy provides about 3 days worth of groceries for a family of 4.
Some bagged chicken.
It's free for qualifying patients and their families who screen positive for food insecurity.
I can't do my job as a dietitian if I'm trying to coach a family and I just know they don't have access to that food.
It's usually simple.
Recipe cards and information on where to get additional food is also provided.
They can go to one of our partners that is closer to where they live to quote unquote refill that prescription.
I got a lot of kiwis, got a lot of mandarins, got a lot of apples, carrots.
19-year-old Iman Ben-Gor was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2023. She says each bag of groceries, combined with exercise and medicine, gives her what she needs to stay healthy and happy.
Being able to go in for my checkup to control my blood sugar and then go get food that helped me achieve that was amazing.
In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
All right, we have much more local news coming up in our next half hour.
Yes, and Stacy is coming back with your weather plus the ski report. You won't want to miss it.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Find your next way to escape. Go where the adventure awaits you in the heart of Washington State. Kittitas County is a land of 1,000 journeys. No matter what your heart desires, you can find it waiting for you in the outdoors of Central Washington. See all that you can see, and more will be just around the corner. Whether you're in Central Washington for one of our area's many local events, an historical expedition, a shopping spree, To enjoy a weekend of wine tasting or just for a night's rest on your way to another destination, there are great Central Washington stays standing by to welcome you. And if a great brew is one of those things that's calling, Kittitas County is the place to be. Award-winning breweries with local flavors for every palate and a story behind every pour. Adventure awaits you all year long. To begin your experience, visit centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Adventures, activities, dining, lodging, and more. It's all just around the corner in Central Washington.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
It's a winter wonderland.
Normally we have quite a lot more natural snow by now.
And this year mostly man-made.
This season we've had to make enough snow to cover the entire run.
Schweitzer Resort on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next, E.T. Day 4 of ASAP Rocky's gun assault trial. We're at the Courthouse Plus.
Hey, Dwayne.
After that viral reunion, what's next for the Fast X sequel? Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
We have a whole half hour of live local news ahead. Coming up, the Sportsman Expo is happening this weekend in Pasco. From Lions and more, our Monique Ledesma will show us.
Plus, our Dan Hansen has this week's Seattle Kraken Plays of the Week. That and much more as the news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome back, everybody. We have made it to Friday.
We have, and I'm sure a lot of folks might be planning a ski trip this weekend, maybe. It's been cold and sunny, and I wonder what that looks like out there. Let's check in with Stacy to find out how the slopes are looking.
Well, you know, guys, if I was going to play hooky, today would have been the day. Heading up to Schweitzer Mountain. Check out the ski resort today. That's a beautiful view of Lake Pend Oreille. Look at the sun, and the snow is just absolutely perfect. The ski lift, everybody there looked very happy as I was spying on them earlier today. Let's take a look as far as temperatures and what it looks like over the weekend. We'll see 20 degrees up there, very chilly, so the snow has been holding up really good, even though we haven't had any new snow lately. Their base is still at 60 inches. The wind chill, it's going to feel like 6 degrees, skiers, so bundle up your warmest gear that you possibly have. Here's what it looks like at Ski Bluewood, 23, the wind chill 15, base depth holding steady at 50 inches. And if you're heading up to White Pass, cold there as well, 25. The wind chill, 7 degrees. Little too cold for my blood. But, you know, unfortunately, we don't see any new snow coming over the weekend, but that should be changing by next weekend. And like I said, I was up myself skiing last weekend, and the snow was holding up really nicely, especially when they make a little bit of fresh powder. So get out there, enjoy it, but bundle up. It's going to be a cold one. I'll get to your full weather forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacey, thank you for that. Well, attorneys for the man accused in the stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students 2 years ago are alleging mishandling of DNA evidence.
During a hearing at Thursday, Brian Kaufberger's defense team, they tried to paint the investigation as flawed in an effort to get key evidence thrown out. Investigators used investigative genetic genealogy to link Kaufberger to the crime after pulling DNA evidence from trash at his family's Pennsylvania home.
The DNA was traced back to Kaufberger through a public genealogy database, which led to an arrest warrant.
The defense argued the DNA was acquired without a warrant and violated Kaufberger's rights. The prosecution says no rights were violated, as the DNA was voluntarily uploaded to public genealogy platforms. They were back in court today as the judge continued to hear arguments for a second day.
We're going to head to Oregon now. Over 4 years after the devastating 2020 wildfires, several Oregon school districts still need financial support as they rebuild. Well, 2 new House bills, 3165 and 3941, aim to provide both short-term and long-term help to districts impacted by the fires. House Bill 3165 requests the legislature to allocate money for the current school year, while House Bill 3941 proposes more than $38 million over the next 4 school years. These bills build on House Bill 2046, passed in 2022, which provided $25 million for the 4 districts, which include Santiam, Canyon, Phoenix, Talent, Lincoln County, and McKenzie, based on their 2019 pre-wildfire enrollment.
Ford is recalling more than 270,000 Bronco Sport SUVs and Maverick pickup trucks over a potential battery failure issue. The 2021 to 2023 vehicles contain 12-volt batteries from a Chinese company, and they say those batteries could fail. A failure could lead to loss of driving power and hazard lights. Ford says it has not received any reports of accidents, fires, or injuries related to the issue. Owners of the recalled vehicles should take them to a Ford dealership, which will check and replace the battery if needed for free. Notifications are expected to go out early next month.
And the start of tax filing season is now less than a week away. The IRS will begin accepting 2024 federal tax returns this coming Monday. The deadline to file will be April the 15th. The agency's direct file program will also be open in 25 states. It allows eligible tax filers to file their taxes directly with the IRS for free. This year, some filers may also get a separate check from the IRS in the next several weeks. The agency is sending money to 1 million people who were eligible for the 2021 recovery rebate credit and didn't claim it on their taxes that year.
The Kraken Plays of the Week, sponsored by Legends Casino.
Well, Apple Valley News Now is your local TV home for the Seattle Kraken. The guys appeared to turn things around while they were shut out against Washington. They have been lighting the lamp more frequently.
Yes, so new at 6:30, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen brings us the first Kraken Plays of the Week for a new year.
At number 5 against the Buffalo Sabres, Kraken on the attack, done with the pass to Matty Beniers, who no-looks it to Chandler Stevenson, who says thanks, but you take it, and fires it past the Kings netminder for the goal. Coming in at number 4, Kraken taking on Buffalo. Shane Wright finds the streaking Jamie Oleksiak, who fires the howitzer past the netminder for the go-ahead goal, putting Seattle ahead for good. At number 3, we're going to hear these 2 names a lot. Capo Caco with the theft in the Kings zone, who finds Jaden Schwartz for the goal. More from these 2 later. At number 2, Seattle looking to take the lead. Some nifty passing from Burakovsky to Bjorkstrand, but Stevenson makes a great play on the goal by deflecting it past the goaltender, putting the Kraken ahead. Let's take a look at this one more time. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. The top play of the week. Remember when I told you we'd hear from Caco and Schwartz? Well, Caco finds Schwartz for the empty net goal, giving Jaden Schwartz his 3rd goal of the game. That's a hat trick for Schwartz. That's it for this week's Plays of the Week. We'll have more for you next week. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Dan, thank you much. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30. A lion in Pasco will tell you where you can get up close and personal.
Yes, should you dare. And with the weekend right around the corner, Stacy is coming up with your full forecast after this.
Schweitzer Resort on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is celebrating 3 decades of fun. We're starting our 30th year, giving away over $30,000 in cash and prizes. Join the fun starting in January and win up to $500 cash every 15 minutes. You could be one of 5 lucky winners to take home the $1995 cash grand prize. The celebration continues with over $30,000 again in February. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
Find your next way to escape. Go where the adventure awaits you in the heart of Washington State. Kittitas County is a land of 1,000 journeys. No matter what your heart desires, you can find it waiting for you in the outdoors of Central Washington. See all that you can see, and more will be just around the corner. Whether you're in Central Washington for one of our area's many local events, an historical expedition, a shopping spree, to enjoy a weekend of wine tasting, or just for a night's rest on your way to another destination, there are great Central Washington stays standing by to welcome you. And if a great brew is one of those things that's calling, Kittitas County is the place to be. Award-winning breweries with local flavors for every palate and a story behind every pour. Adventure awaits you all year long. To begin your experience, visit centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Adventures, activities, dining, lodging, and more. It's all just around the corner in Central Washington.
Too busy being busy? Then it's about time you got lazy. Real lazy. And shop the brands that invented truly comfortable furniture. So kick your feet up, because Lazy Boy is now at Furniture Row. Browse and drowse in our collection of stylish and customizable recliners and sofas, and experience the durability and relaxation you've come to expect from Lazy Boy. Plus, unwind guilt-free with special no-interest financing. Here's to doing less in some well-deserved comfort with the Lazy Boy collection, now at Furniture Row.
For the greatest selection at the lowest prices, come to Cost Less Carpet.
As a general contractor, I bring my clients to Cost Less Carpet so they can see every option.
Everything I need is always in stock.
If it's trendy or new, I'm sure you'll find it here.
And their team of designers are so fun to work with.
It really is worth the experience.
I can find everything for my home or my client's home, no problem.
Shopping here is an awesome experience.
Cost Less Carpet, where inspiration and ideas happen.
Tonight, the 2020 true crime. They were living the high life, but it was all about to come crashing down.
Everybody thought car bombing has to be a mob hit.
Inside a murder mystery as it unravels. The new 2020, tonight on ABC.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
All right, thanks for staying with us. Happening right now in the Tri-Cities, it is the annual Sportsman Show at the Hapo Center.
Yeah, a lot going on there. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says this year's show isn't like any other years in the past.
Audrey's grandparents have been putting on the Sportsman Show for the past 35 years now. For Audrey, she says she's been helping out with the show since as long as she could remember. She says this keeps her wanting to come out and help every year, all the way from her home in Boise.
I think getting to serve people, getting to help people, and meet lots of new people, I think that's one of my favorite parts.
Audrey says there's something for anyone at the show.
We've got a marketplace where you can go and buy. They've got a whole bunch of different stuff, fishing lures, knives, axes, a whole bunch of different stuff like that.
This year, the expo is showing people over 200 different exhibitors, and 50% of them are new additions. I spoke to one vendor who has yet to miss a show since he started attending. This year, he's brought his son with him.
We come over from Africa every year. We do Pasco Tri-City show just to promote our business. We are a safari company. We offer tours, sightseeing tours. big game hunting, plains game hunting, fishing, offshore fishing, freshwater fishing. So we come over every year to market, and we do a trip throughout of the United States.
Me, it's very exciting, especially doing it with my dad, which is very special.
If you're looking for something more hands-on, there's also a variety of different things from rock climbing, fishing, electric bull riding, and...
All right, let her go.
I got one?
Yeah.
Okay, yay! I didn't get the one I wanted, but I got one.
Yep, pull back all the way. See if you can get 3 out of 3.
Usually when there's an expo at the Hapo Center, a packed house isn't out of the ordinary. But at this expo, something is out of the ordinary that people aren't used to seeing at other expos.
This is Masai. He's 15, and he does movie work and commercials and sometimes a sports show.
If you're looking to see Messiah in person, he will be at the show throughout the rest of the weekend. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's dive into that weekend forecast. Yakima Federal Skycam, 33 degrees. Clear skies out there. Going to be chilly. Our feels like temp is 30. Winds are light. Sunset at 4:50. We do have an air quality alert to advise you about. Air stagnation advisory. Pretty good swath. Most of eastern Washington and parts of eastern Oregon are under that, and that's going to last until Monday. Pretty much kind of stagnant air. We're not going to see a lot of wind, and some pollutants will get trapped lower to the surface, and we're already seeing that with some moderate air quality tonight from Hermiston to Heppner, Dayton area seeing that, and from Yakima all the way down to Goldendale. So if you're sensitive, make sure you keep a close eye on the air quality this weekend. Arctic air starting to lessen over the country. Remember this historic storm across the south? They're going to start to get a break. They should start to melt here in the next couple of days. For us, we continue to see Arctic air coming down from the north, and that is going to be the situation, it looks like, well into next week. Our temperatures tonight, again, well below the freezing level, teens and 20s all through the area. Tri-Cities 21, Yakima 20, 21 Hermiston, 20 in Walla Walla. All right, where's the snow at? Well, you gotta maybe get your red eye down to, let's say, Lake Tahoe. They're gonna get a little bit of snow on Saturday, and that swath goes all the way through Utah and right across into Colorado. So that's where the snow is. And good news for Southern California. Finally, some much needed rain is gonna help out those wildfires they've been dealing with. But the bad side of that, we could see some mudslides, expecting anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain to these to those burn scar areas. That could be dangerous again. So good news, rain, much needed. There you go. All right, tonight we've got bright and cold again, dry and sunny through the area. Cool, we're talking a little bit below the average for this time of year. We're going to start to cool even more heading into next week. Hitting the road this weekend, it's going to be a beautiful weekend in Seattle, except for a little cold overnight, below the freezing level there. Nice in Portland, and also I'm thinking the Oregon coast got to be gorgeous this weekend. Temperatures a bit warmer there. Overnight lows down below freezing. It's going to be chilly. Bundle up if you're heading to the Spokane area with temperatures right around freezing and overnight lows down in the teens. Here's that 7-day planner. Look at all those days in a row of sunshine, but look at all those chilly temperatures overnight. They're going to continue. Our first chance, possibly looking well in advance to next weekend, we could see some moisture, and we're talking rain mixed with snow. Snow coming our way with those cold temperatures. We're a little bit far out, but we will be keeping a very close eye on that. Here's what it looks like in Ellensburg. Once again, frigid temperatures down in the teens. Daytime highs staying in the 30s there for about 7 solid days. Same thing in Walla Walla. A little bit warmer at night, but still 18 to 21, not all that warm at all. And in Hermiston, look for those hazier conditions, and that would be the air quality we're monitoring with the air stagnation advisory in effect, plus those chilly temperatures. And again, as you look towards Friday of next week, it's showing up as rain, but maybe rain mixed with snow. National Weather Service reported for the month of February, it's going to finally be wintry here. We've had kind of a break, guys. I know it's been cold, but it hasn't been very wet at all. So this would be a drought, basically. So get ready for wetter, more active weather in February.
Yeah, we got to find the snow shovels, huh?
Yeah, keep it handy.
The good news, it is a shorter month in February.
There you go. Does that mean less winter days off?
Yeah, that's my thought. That was my thought.
That's where he's going with it.
That's where I was going.
That's funny.
Yes. I love that, Austin math.
Yeah, thank you. I tried. All right, we are talking about what's trending when we return.
This is my perfect day in Walla Walla.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
2024 was one for the books at Pingree Ford here in Sela. From helping you find your dream ride to supporting our amazing community, it's been a year we'll always remember. As we step into 2025, we're excited to bring you the latest and greatest in Ford's lineup. Find your perfect vehicle at the right price and take on whatever adventure you've got planned for 2025 and beyond. Come celebrate the new year with us at Pingree Ford, where small town business meets big time selection. Visit us in Sela or check out our inventory online today.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola, dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park. Enjoy a gondola ride to our exhilarating snow tubing and your gateway to snow rider heaven. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Find your next way to escape. Go where the adventure awaits you in the heart of Washington State. Kittitas County is a land of 1,000 journeys. No matter what your heart desires, you can find it waiting for you in the outdoors of Central Washington. See all that you can see, and more will be just around the corner. Whether you're in Central Washington for one of our area's many local events, an historical expedition, a shopping spree, to enjoy a weekend of wine tasting, or just for a night's rest on your way to another destination, there are great Central Washington stays standing by to welcome you. And all that adventuring is bound to leave you hungry. Not a problem in Central Washington. From mom and pop cafes to historic buildings turned into fine dining establishments, we've got you covered. Whether you're dining downtown or enjoying a picturesque river view, you'll find something for everyone in the crew. To begin your experience, visit centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. It's all just around the corner in Central Washington.
This is my perfect day in Walla Walla.
Hello there, watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Back now with what is trending. Getting to Hawaii took a lot longer than expected for passengers on a Delta flight.
Yeah, their flight was canceled after crew members mistakenly deployed the emergency slide. I've thought about this so many times about does this accidentally happen sometimes? Well, here you go. Yeah. The incident happened Thursday night at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport.
Yeah, the flight was heading to Honolulu. A Delta spokesperson said the trip was canceled due to damage to the aircraft before boarding, and travelers were booked on new flights. No injuries reported. I wonder what the slide is like. I've always thought that too.
Is it fun to go down?
If it's coming out, probably not, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to find out. Yeah, we'll say that much.
That's true.
Good advice.
Yep. All right, here's a story that a lot of people have been talking about throughout the day. There are two new popular and furry residents in the nation's capital. Giant pandas Bali and King Bao made their debut at Washington, D.C.'s Smithsonian National Zoo today.
Yes, officials there say this is the only place in the world where the general public can see giant pandas for free. Both pandas are 3 years old. How cute.
So cute. I was able to see pandas at the National Zoo a few years back.
Lucky.
The ceremony of their unveiling is available on the zoo's Facebook page and YouTube pages. They're playful. You don't think they're a bear, really, but they are a bear.
Yeah.
They are a bear.
Okay. Yeah. Very cute, though.
Cute bears.
We love it.
All right, you'll have final weather next.
That's right, final weather and the viewer photo of the day. You don't want to miss that.
For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today at our brand new location on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off, plus a free thermostat on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Jade Elliott grew up in Richland, is a former Miss Tri-Cities, graduated from Washington State and reported news in Eastern Washington, most recently anchoring mornings at Apple Valley News Now.
Officials have also closed down the van.
Now, after anchoring in Salt Lake City and Seattle, she's back home to raise her family and wake up with you each morning. Jade Elliott joins Jessica Jalal and Josh Colbreth starting Monday on Good Morning Northwest.
It's great to be back.
From Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
A midday hockey showdown on MeTV, Kraken Penguins, Saturday at 12:30.
And welcome back. Viewer photo of the day, always a fun part of the newscast. Here you go. Rafael Serrato sent this one in. Fishing pond at Columbia Park. That is ice, guys. And you know what? We're going to have that cold, cold weather continuing. So don't be tempted. If you see ice, especially on the rivers, do not walk on it. It is not safe. So thank you for sharing that, Rafael. Pretty picture. QR code right side of your screen or applevalleyNewsNow.com. Let's take a look at your day tomorrow. Those chilly morning temperatures back. It was not quite as cold this morning, but still very, very cold and just barely over the 30s by lunchtime. Evening time looking a little bit warmer as we get outside. Let's take a look at that 7-day planner for both Tri-Cities and Yakima. Look at that. We see lots of clear, sunny days. Now, as we get to the later portion of next week, that's when we're going to start to see that active weather beginning. Remember I said February is going to be a lot more active winter weather like we're accustomed to for this time of year. This has been an odd, dry break over the last couple of weeks. Walla Walla, Hermiston, also lots of sunshine, chilly temperatures, very cold at night. That active weather setting up into Thursday, Friday of next week. But as we get closer, we'll be able to see what's coming. Will we get some lower elevation snow? We definitely need the snow in the mountains, so we'll keep you informed of all of that.
I know some kids that would be very excited to see some snow.
I know, lots of kids, yes.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us for the news at 6.
Yeah, we'll be back tonight at 11. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a good night.